Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Email me directly for pricing, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing an extraordinary release from the 2014 model year to celebrate 140 years of Piaget. This is the Piaget Altiplano 900P. The watch in rose gold is 38 millimeters in diameter, 3.7 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 41.9 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. At the time it was released, it was the thinnest mechanical watch in production, and you could see how low it sits, almost impossibly thin. You can also see that being short from lug to lug, it fits easily on a smaller wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters, but even if your wrist is as small as 13.5, you're going to find this wears quite well. The strap, like the watch, is thin. It is medium rectangular scale alligator leather in dark gray or anthracite with a monotone stitch, a folded edge, and on the bottom you can see a conventional black calfskin. This is a brand new Piaget factory strap, and it comes with a Piaget factory rose gold pin buckle to match the rose gold case. Now, taking a quick look at the case, you can see it is minimal, almost knife-like in profile. The lugs are actually quite strong. The lugs stick out broken in profile from the case, so they're not blended Calatrava style. They also have a little bit of a stepped underside, so there's a lot of detail here in spite of the minimalism. You can see the bezel is almost flat. It has the slightest conical slope to it, and then we have a Piaget branded crown to control the works. The sapphire crystal is fractions of a millimeter thick, and the solution here for preventing contact with the wheels or the hands is that when the watch is flexed, either via contact with water, it's 20 meters resistant, by the way, or due to being strapped down on your wrist, Piaget sank the wheels below the plane of the bridges. And if you look carefully, you can see that the hands actually sit below the plane of the bridges. So when the sapphire bends, if it comes in contact with the bridges will stop the sapphire from flexing downward to prevent contact with the wheels or the hands. Now, the back of the case is one and the same as the movement. The 900P movement uses the case back as its base plate. It's itself a tribute in named the 1957 caliber 9P, which was Piaget's first ultra-thin manual winding movement. That movement, at the time, only 2 millimeters thick, and this watch with caliber 900P taking after that historical trendsetter. Now, on the dial side, new trends are set. The barrel actually only hangs down from the top, the bridge that bears it, so you can see the barrel a little bit through the skeletonizations. We have the intermediate wheels of the winding system right here. Having a hanging barrel that's anchored only on one side allows the watch to be thinner. You can see evacuated profiles in the bridges here, evacuated and then media blasted. You can see that the other components of the bridge has been satinated across their top, including a lovely radial grain or a sunburst from the center of the dial. We have a skeletonized series of bridges that show us the entire drivetrain. So we have the barrel, we have the great wheel, the third wheel, the fourth wheel, the escapement, a little Piaget P-shaped fine adjustment mechanism, a regulator with curb pins, then a beautiful bridge underneath for the escapement anchor, and that bridge is probably the single best finished part of the entire watch, with a combination of mirrored anglage, satination, and beautiful in-depth detailing. All screw heads are black polished here with chamfered slots and circumference. Tech specs are pretty impressive. The fact that it's even 20 meters water resistant is almost astounding, all things considered, and has a long power reserve for what it is, 48 hours. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and as you can see, it pivots on 20 joules. A lot of tricks were employed to make this watch as thin as it is, and it is still astounding in that regard. And this watch is all Piaget, as they are a true movement manufacturer and one of the best kept secrets in haute horlogerie watchmaking. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.